Greetings! Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine are both pretty similar games, well, mostly. But when stacked against each other, which one is better? That's what I'll try to at least figure out today, with our categories being exploration, mission design, stage design and how it works with its missions, freedom, controls, bosses, and at the end I'll give bonus stars and stars at the end of the video for specific accolades that the game might have. Each category the game wins in will be rewarded 2 points, but without further ado, let's get on to exploration. Exploration, the backbone of these games, but these games take a pretty divergent path, where 64 has one type of collectible that counts towards the star counter, while Sunshine has a linear mission structure, but the collectibles, and therefore the thing that makes you explore, is more plentiful. So let's go into the more specifics of these, starting with Mario 64 stars. Are nearly there all the time, meaning that exploration in the stage will most likely lead to a star. But there are stars that lean more into exploration, aka 100 coins and red coin stars. And these can be done in any stage at any time, but for some you do need to be good at the game. While most coins are in the open, the other half are usually more hidden areas or require more work to get. Other stars are ones that have a path to them, but ultimately you get there because, I don't know, you just walk by there, like the one by the cannon in Thwomp's Fortress, or most of Hazy Maze Cave. But 64 also does have a non-linear mission structure, so if you explored instead of going the main path, you would get to a star eventually. But now, onto Sunshine Shines, and more specifically, the blue coins. Where Sunshine decided to go with a few hidden shines and blue coins. Now the blue coins, in my opinion, are overhated, as they did do a good job of adding a pretty good deal to having exploration and to it being more fun to explore, as I said in a video in my defense of the blue coins. But they do have something that makes me give the point to 64, and that's the fact that certain blue coins can only be accessible in certain missions. Now for some it's fine because they're rather obvious, but the more hidden ones only being accessible in certain missions, that's BS, and the BS ones make like a quarter of it, which is like 60 or something, like 60 or 50 of them. But this bullshit makes me give the point to 64. Now, onto mission design, where I'm gonna give this point to Sunshine. Now, Sunshine has the benefit of a linear mission structure, being that it can load awesome shit like the roller coaster shooting minigame in Pinna Park, which is awesome sauce. Like the roller coaster shooting games are probably the best mission in any 3D Mario, but yeah, Sunshine's ability to load in new assets to most missions makes them more fun, besides those in Serena Beach, because that stage is never fun. Besides the first one, that one's actually kinda decent. And the rest are shit. But onto the point, Sunshine's missions are usually more grand and are more expansive with more in-depth content, like Pinna Park's ride, Noki Base, Underwater City. And now granted, most of these could have been done with a non-linear mission structure, and instead be done at any time like the secret rooms and 100 coins. They definitely should have been able to do those at any time. But other than that, the point now talking on 64, where its missions are mostly exploration based ones, which when exploring are oh so fun, but compared to Sunshine, Sunshine absolutely wins with its more expansive and grander missions, we could call them, well, most of the time that is. Now, onto stage design, where Sunshine has like 7 stages. But Serena Beach exists, so make that 6, compared to 64, which has like 20 stages. Now, Mario 64 also does have Tiny Huge Island, so make that like 19. But most of Mario 64 stages follow a simple open field like Snowman's Land, a great stage that had pretty nice area to roam around in the east, being mostly a flat plain with a few enemies and coins, while the west had the water and snow plow thingy with a few parkour things. And the more parkour stages with like Tick-Tock Clock, which was a pretty fun level with a fun challenge climbing to the top, especially with the clock freezing, speeding, up or down, or being slow, depending on when you jump into the stage. But the parkour challenge was pretty fair. But both sides had good stage design, and both also had stages that seem more like punishments, aka Serena Beach and Tiny Huge Island. But Mario 64 will be taking a point, mainly due to it having 3 times as much stages, without having to sacrifice quality. Now, onto one of the most important things, to me at least, freedom. How much player freedom does the game provide? It is rather important, as the more open a game is, the more replayability it will have, as each playthrough could be slightly different or vastly different, like how Fallout New Vegas allows you to join or destroy basically every single faction in the game. But which game has more freedom? Is this even a question? Well, you get access to like every world pretty quickly in Sunshine. You're still stuck to a linear mission structure, while at 64, yeah, you don't have access to all the stages until like star 50. You have access to like half the stages after 7 stars and beating the first Bowser, which is about the same as Sunshine, and you have a non-linear mission structure that allows you to play any mission at any time. So, Mario 64 takes this point rather easily. Now, onto controls, where Mario 64 does have pretty good controls that are easy to perform, but Mario 64 is also going against Mario Sunshine, which has just about perfected the controls of 3D Mario. Buttery smooth controls that can be done extremely snappily and responsively. It's extremely easy to perform any move like side jumps, spin jumps. The controls are extremely responsive, and it's beautiful. Sunshine gets to this point and will probably hold the best controlling Mario game trophy forever, because these controls are absolutely beautiful. Now, to the final point, boss fights, where both games' options have a bunch of bosses. So let's look at a few, aka just the most notable boss fights, because they're the ones people care. King Bob-omb and King Thwomp are both pretty simple, but both pretty good about running behind or backflipping or breaking the laws of physics of, you know, the Kill Womp King. Physics be damned, I guess. But yeah, I-Rock is a pretty fun fight, as it's basically fighting 2 bosses, having to deal with one while dodging another one. Wiggler and King Boo are both boring, just jump at them, and I'm pretty sure you can beat both of them without even moving. Say they suck, but Final Bowser is fun at the first 2 times, but at the end where you have to try to hit him with the bomb that's like 6 kilometers away, it's pretty annoying. But yeah, let's look at Mario Sunshine's lineup, where the first fight, well, first PD boss fight is pretty good. You know, just like the first fights in Mario 64, but his second fight is pretty fun, as you have a giant field to try to attack and dodge, and you also have to shoot him down. It's pretty fun. Next fight, the Wiggler fight in Gelato Beach, is just like Mario 64 one, where you can beat it nearly while standing still. Now into Mecha Bowser, and damn it, alright, Sunshine gets this point. I really like this fight. It's fun shooting Junior down, defending yourself from the missiles. It's awesome. If only it lasted longer, but oh well. Oh yeah, there's other boss fights. Right, the other boss fights are whatever. King Boo is a Serena Beach fight, so it sucks. Lol, JK. It's only, man, some things get annoying when you don't get the fruit. Oh yeah, and Final Bowser, it's fine. It's easy, as you basically just walk around in a circle and shoot yourself with the rocket nozzle. But yeah, Mario Sunshine gets this point. And now, to the end of the video, where bonus stars and bonus stars are gonna be given. And which game will take the win? Starting with the bonus star for Sunshine, the Jank Star. Just like Skyrim, while yes, sometimes glitches are annoying, but overall, if Sunshine didn't have any jank like funny physics or glitches, then it would just be more boring in my opinion. Now, Mario 64 will get a bonus star for the credits, because damn, those credits are absolutely beautiful. Now, onto stars, where Sunshine will get a star for 100%, being a pain in the ass. But now, what's the verdict? For which game it's better? Well, it's Mario 64. Won via bonus stars. But both these games are fantastic, but, you know, they're both like 8, 9s out of 10s, but still. But anyways, if you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and if not, tell me why in the comments, and I'll see y'all later.